of this. Gonna need this. And this. Today, I am going to try out a new gaming headset and see if it can replace my old reliable here, or if I just wasted $100 at Best Buy again. Let's find out. All right, everybody, welcome back to Gadget Conquest. Today we are looking at this, the Logitech, what is it? This the G733. This is a $130 gaming headset using Logitech's Lightspeed wireless technology. This recently came out and it really caught my attention, mostly because of the very unique design. I got it in white, but it also comes in lilac and black, and then also a blue color. I have the white one here, and the price point really got to me. It's $130, $129.99 or whatever, and that's only $30 more expensive than my current pair, which is the Corsair HS70. Yes, HS70 Special Edition. So I've been using these headphones for about 1.5 years now, and they have been working great for me. The only problem that I really have with them is the fact that the band isn't like tight enough. So when I put it on my head, it doesn't really put down enough force on the sides here. But I love how big the cups are. These cups are huge. They actually take up my entire ear and then some. And I really like the removable microphone because I actually do not use the microphone. I have my own separate microphone that I use. So I really like being able to remove this microphone. And overall, these are just really, really comfortable and they look really good to me. I know I've seen a lot of people complaining about the design choice here where it's like it's faking the open back look, but I actually like the look of open back headphones. So this fake open back look to me looks really, really nice. And then also they're just very, very comfortable and they sound really, really good. These are going to be either replacing them or becoming my work headphones. I work in a busy office that has a lot of noise going on, so having some nice over-ear headphones that use a dongle instead of Bluetooth is actually a big deal to me because I'm not a fan of Bluetooth technology in general. The latency is very, very annoying, and then also switching between devices can be really annoying as well. So having something with a dongle instead is really important to me. So I'm going to do an unboxing on this real quick, and then we're going to open up my laptop here. This is my work laptop. This is the HP Omen 15 with the Ryzen 4800H. I really like this laptop. It's the one I use at work, and if the new headphones are better than the old headphones, then the old headphones will become my work headphones, and if they're not better, then they will become my work headphones. So we'll see how this goes along. Let's get right into the unboxing though. So I've already pre-cut this section because I got a little ahead of myself, and here we go. Alrighty then, so there's this inner box. This says keep playing. It looks really good actually. That's pretty nice. On the back I can see some social media icons, so I'm assuming there's some kind of like card in here, like a business card, just with social media stuff on it. It looks like you pull this out. Okay, so this comes out, and in here we have a charging cable. Looks like, let's open this up, a USB-C charging cable. Let me see what we have here. Yep, this is a USB-C to USB-A cable. So it looks like this thing charges with USB-C, which is awesome. These charge with micro USB, which the micro USB connector hopefully will die soon enough, but seeing these with USB-C is actually really, really cool. And this cable is supple. It feels nice. It's not a braided cable or anything, but it feels like a quality cable. And it has the signature Logitech G, their gaming logo there. And on the other side, it's actually just a blank black little cover here, which is pretty cool. And it looks like a decently long cable, so. Next we have, what do we have here? I think this is the wireless dongle. Yep, so here we have the wireless dongle. It's in white, so I'm assuming it's to match the headset, which means that the other color headsets probably have wireless dongles that match those colors as well. There's a lot of FCC like regulatory stamps and stuff like that on the back of this. There's a lot of information on the back of this thing. And it looks like there's also a light to show when it's connected, which my other dongle actually also has a light to show when it's connected. So that's pretty cool. We'll put that off to the side as well. It looks like, is there a better way to open this, or am I supposed to just rip things out one by one? It looks like there's nothing inside it, so I guess I am supposed to just rip things out one by one. All right, so this is the last thing in there. I'll just put that in the box. This is the microphone. So it looks like the microphone is detachable on this. Not only is it detachable, it comes detached in the first place, which is pretty cool. Let me get this open. It's folded over here with some, I don't know, maybe some tape or something holding it down. I'm not 100% sure, but let's just break the whole thing. All right, cool. So here's the microphone. This part looks like it can bend up to this point. So right here down is incredibly stiff. That's not gonna bend. So it looks like this entire area is what bends, but it is pretty bendy, which is really nice. I don't like that they can bend, but then they just snap back into place. It's like, why did you even make it bendable in the first place? It would have been cool if it could stick to a specific spot, but I'm not going to use this microphone that much, so it's not actually that big of a deal for me. And then here, looks like we have, this is probably just little instructions on where to attach the microphone. So it looks like, yep, it's just how to attach it actually. So on the microphone itself, there's this line here, which I will zoom in to show you. There's a line here, and basically it just says, when you plug it in, that line should not show. That should be all the way in there. All right, now to the main, actually, before we get to there, here's that card with the Logitech stickers on the back. I think this might be, yep, so we have warranty information, more warranty information, and we have a, I was gonna say quick start guide, but this is actually just a brochure of other products. So here it has the C922 webcam, the G560 speakers, the G513 keyboard, the G733 mouse, and the power play. What's actually funny about this is that I actually have most of these devices. I have the C922 camera, I have a webcam, I have the G513 keyboard, I have the G703 mouse, and I have the power play mouse mat. The only thing in this list that I actually don't have are these G560 speakers. But funny enough, the speakers that I am using are Logitech speakers. So I have a lot of Logitech peripherals. I really enjoy what Logitech has been doing with their new G gaming line. And I hope that they keep doing crazy stuff like this in the future. Let's get on to the main attraction here. How do you, it's all one thing, so you have to sort of snake this off, which is, I've never seen headphones wrapped this way. This is very strange to me. And just a tube wrap, that's odd. Just put that in there. All right, so here's the actual show. Right off the bat, this feels stiffer, let me see, than mine. Yeah, it's a little stiffer. Mine is sort of worn in, so that's probably really what it comes down to. The cushions on the headphones themselves feel Very nice. These are cloth. The material on the outside is a cloth instead of mine, which are leather. So, or you know, like a faux leather, whatever it is. So the difference in feel is really there. I found that the leather, this faux leather, is like really comfortable and soft. But when you have it on for extended periods of time, or if I'm doing VR games, say I'm playing Beat Saber or something, the leather does not breathe, so it just heats up a lot, and it doesn't help with that, where these cloth material is usually a little bit more breathable, and might just do better with that. I don't know, I think it goes on like this, so let's just try it on and see how it fits. Okay, so right off the bat, the cups are smaller. The cups are definitely smaller than the big cups on my HS70s, but it still perfectly fits around my head. It still perfectly wraps around my ears. It has a little bit more tension, I guess because of this secondary strap. It has a little bit more tension, so it seals a little bit better. Yeah, it's gonna slide around as much, but it doesn't slide around as much as I feel like these do. Yeah, these slide around quite a bit more. I don't even have to move that much for those to slide around. The controls look like they're all on the left cup here, on the back of the left cup. And, oh, actually, the insides of the cups, if you can see that, the insides of the cups actually tell you which cup is which. So the controls are all on the back of the left cup. You have a button, which I'm going to assume, actually there's two buttons. So there's a textured button and there's a not textured button. So the not textured button on the bottom that's next to the USB-C port for charging is the power button, and it looks like I just pressed it, and we have some cool RGB LEDs right here that are glowing. We also have a volume knob, which my HS70 also had a volume knob, and I'm going to assume that this top button over here is probably a mute button for the microphone. And then on the front here, we have where the microphone goes in. So let's just put that into its place right there. And so this is the whole package with the microphone in, with the LEDs on. Let's see if we can get this to bend a little bit. There you go. So this is the whole package. It looks pretty nice. I think I like it. I don't know what you guys think. I like it quite a bit. I wonder if it has a voice. Okay, so there was no voice, but it does make a sound to let you know that it's turning off, and I'm gonna assume it makes a sound to let you know when it's turning on. It looks like you can adjust the band a little bit, so if you look right here, I will zoom in again for that. If you look right here, there's actually two spots for the band to go in, here and here, so it looks like you can make the band a little bit tighter if you need it a little bit tighter, although honestly, this is perfect for me. So I would actually leave it just like that. So I think that's it for the aesthetics. I guess what we can say also is the band up top, this is entirely plastic. So the band up top here is plastic, the cups are plastic, everything is plastic except for obviously this band, which is some kind of cloth and elastic material. And then if we compare it to my HS70, these have a bit more metal to them, so this part is metal. It's a thin piece of metal. The adjustment here is also metal on both sides. This is plastic though. This has plastic around the edges with metal on the grills, and then the rest of it is just all a plastic metal hybrid, whereas this is 100% plastic with the cloth elastic strap and whatnot. As far as adjustment goes, this one has the adjustment on these cups, individually adjustable cups here, but this one has no such thing, just the adjustable band. Luckily for me, this fits my head perfectly, so I actually don't need any adjustments. It looks like you can, yeah, so it looks like you can move this up and down like, I don't know, half an inch, maybe half an inch, maybe, yeah, like about half an inch, which isn't much of an adjustment, but you know, it's something. It's more than nothing. So it's probably gonna fit most people, if I'm being honest. It's gonna fit most people. It might have a harder time with people with smaller heads, but I think lowering the band here will help quite a bit. So I'm going to get my computer turned on, get both of these connected to my computer and switch between them. And I'll be right back with the connected, and we'll start recording audio from the mics as well. I'll see you in a second. All right, so after listening to a couple songs on both of these, they have different strengths. So these got louder, which makes sense because they have bigger drivers. There's 50mm drivers on this one, and there's 40mm drivers on this one. This one also handled bass way better. It just sounded fuller and more punchy, like it was actually real bass. Whereas this one handled the highs and the mids really, really well. This one, the bass was amazing, but the highs and the mids were muddy. This one, the highs and the mids were amazing, but the bass just wasn't there. If I had to express my feelings from a gaming sense, as a gamer, I would say that these make more sense to gamers because honestly, the bass response isn't that important when you're gaming unless you're doing cinematic gaming. If you're doing cinematic gaming, then these might actually be a little bit better for you because the bass is way better on these, and so it gives you more of that cinematic feel. But if you're doing shooters or something like that, then these make a lot more sense. If you are listening to voices, so talking, these also make more sense because they handle voices tend to be in the highs and the mid frequency ranges, and these handle those frequency ranges much better than these do. I also noticed one little weirdness with the audio control, the volume rockers on both of these. So the volume rocker on this one actually directly controls your volume in Windows. So it will actually raise and lower your volume in Windows. And the rocker itself, or the dial, is, I don't know what the proper term would be, like ratcheted. Like you can feel each individual segment when you do it. It's not a completely smooth motion. Whereas this one, the volume adjustment is actually completely separate from Windows. It's like it has its own separate amp that you control the volume on completely separately. And this volume rocker or wheel is much more fluid. It's completely smooth. There's no bumps to it. At the end of the day, that doesn't matter that much. I just thought it was very interesting that this one actually adjusts Windows volume and this one actually adjusts the volume on the headset without touching Windows volume. That's really all that I can say about that. But now we're gonna go into the microphone comparison. This one will be the one that you guys actually get to hear. So let's get into that real quick. Let me turn these on again and then go into the microphone comparison. So I already have Audacity open on my computer here. So I'm just going to quickly switch to that microphone and start recording. Okay, so I'm currently recording the microphone on the G733, the Logitech microphone. I'm speaking pretty loudly. I would say I'm getting pretty loud, but it doesn't seem to be peaking at all. If I really raise my voice, then it does start to peak quite a bit, but it's actually not that bad. I'm looking at the waveform here, and it's actually doing pretty well at maintaining that And yep, so it doesn't look like there's any noise being picked up when it's not, when I'm not talking. I can see just a flat line on the waveform, so that's awesome. A lot of microphones, when you're not talking, they just have this static hiss that's going on, and I'm not really seeing that in this one either. So let's stop the recording there. And now I'm going to switch over to the Corsair HS70, and we will use the microphone on this one now. Let me just save this file before I do something dumb with it and then have to re-record it, because come on, you know I do that. I don't prepare these videos very well. This is the G7, that was the G733. We'll save that to the desktop. Save. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do the HS70s. So let me switch over to the HS70. Okay. And now I am recording audio on the HS70. So I had the issue with the HS70 where the audio was too quiet when I was using it before. And looking at the waveform, I'm speaking at the same volume that I was with the G733, and the waveform is significantly lower. If I raise my voice, uh, yeah, even raising my voice, it's just not hitting the same levels that the microphone on the G733 was hitting. It seems the microphone on the G733 is just a little bit more sensitive than the one on the HS70 is, which can be a good and a bad thing. More sensitive microphones will pick up more ambient noise, while less sensitive microphones have the downside of you end up being very quiet and your friends have to turn you up, which can be pretty annoying to people. Luckily, on Discord, for example, you can individually turn up people's volume. Anyway, I'm going to stop this recording, and we're going to go back to my regular microphone. And that's about it. You guys are going to have to be the ones that tell me how these sound to you, because obviously to me they're going to sound very different, and in my opinion I don't really care how they sound in the first place. You just let me know in the comments which microphone you think was better, the G733 or the HS70s. Now, as far as audio quality goes, honestly, the G733 really wins as far as because of the clearness in the highs and the mids. Yeah, sure, it doesn't have as much bass, but I don't listen to music with headphones on my computer. If I'm listening to music on my computer, I'm actually just using the speakers and blaring it out into my apartment. So the bass doesn't really matter that much to me in the first place. The HS70s, I think, are going to be regulated to being my work headphones, which is fine. These are still comfortable and they still work perfectly great. And that's about all I have for you guys today. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I know my last video was on a speaker and now I'm doing headphones. I'm not going to be doing audio equipment for all of my videos. It's just a kick that I'm currently on. But yeah, subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked it. Hit that thumbs down button if you hated it and you hate me and you never want to see me again. Which, you know, that would really hurt my feelings, but I understand. I hate people too. It's okay. Thanks, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.